All right. What's the plan, team?
So if I'm right,
Yeah, I know we're very chill right now. we're very undecided camera.
Yeah. So they're going to do the big raid and then leave the... This is just me confirming that I understood right. They're going to do the big raid and leave the spoils of the raid very poorly defended. And we're going to go in and grab it. That's the plan?
That's pretty much the plan.
Yeah.
Just checking with everyone to make sure. Good, okay.
I was like scanning around because I'm like, wait, is that not the plan? Because that's what I thought the plan was.
No, this is me, Tash, being really tired, making sure I heard right.
Okay.
Okay, good.
Cool.
Yeah. So you got a bit of time. This will probably take the night. It'll be probably a night raid. Then maybe afternoon, morning to the next day. You know, you want to go.
Sweet.
So if you want to be real smart about it, you sleep through the night and you go in the morning.
Yes.
If you want to do that, then feel free.
Plan.
Yes. How does fog cloud work?
It's a cloud that's foggy.
20-foot sphere. Okay, so it's not that big.
That's really big.
That's pretty big.
It's big. It's big, but I mean that could still be worth.
That's like
so yeah,
4 of me almost.
If we ever do like
that is how I think about feet. I think about either Will Graham in height, or I think about how tall peoples are, and stack them in my mind, or I think about how a building is sometimes 7 feet a story, but not always, but usually. Those are the two.
Depends on when it was built. That's a big part.
And where it's built.
And where it's built.
But more or less, it should be 7.
That's about the standard.
Unless you're bored or decadent. Yeah, that's a thing that I definitely have mentioned on stream before. Americans just have big doors.
6'7" in height is the standard for doorways for Americans and Canadians. And
that's too big. They're also too wide.
Width-wise, they're supposed to be, I think, 2.25 feet. Supposed to be. They end up most of the time being wider than that if they're an entryway door. If they're an internal door, they end up being about that. Here's the very interesting thing, though. I still hit my head on doors sometimes.
I've stubbed my toe 3 times this weekend. Different toes, though, so it's not that bad. But that's like a sign from the gods.
I think I've ever stubbed a toe that wasn't my big toe.
I stubbed my little toe, and then a middle toe, and then... I don't remember the last one.
My outer toes are the ones that get stubbed all the time.
It's when you kind of, like, you just kind of... Your auto-pathing mistakes that there's more room than there is, and that the little toe just clips. Just clips it.
I also have a mad natural turnout, so it's very... I often forget to move the feet back to forwards.
Tesh is like a truck. Man truck.
Truckman.
Okay, well,
Truckman Tesh.
If at any point we were discussing the plan, Rofi would mention that he can make a fog cloud.
Okay. That's
He can also do the grease to slip them up.
Oh shit. Okay.
Don't make that motion when you're talking about slippy grease. Now we know how your powers work.
Yep.
I was trying to do the thing like that, but
you're a masturbatory magician. That there is a good pronunciation in there.
Yeah.
I could not find it, but I had to try.
Fair enough.
Masturbatory.
Understandable.
Masturbatory. No, it's gone.
Masturbatory.
It's a Death Star shot pronunciation. Yeah. It's in there.
It's there. It exists.
But I can't do it.
Stop using your scanners and just use the Force, and you might get there.
Yeah, you feel like a fucking idiot.
All right, so I'm gonna spend my time just meditating.
Yeah.
Because I got nothing else to do right now. I'll go to the school, I guess, and meditate there.
Rakath will actually join you at the school and do a little bit of basic kata.
Yeah, we can do some sweet training. We can do a little bit of a baby training montage here.
You've only got like a little bit of time, unless you want to
Mostly just
take later. But yeah,
yeah,
do
we're
some night training.
mostly just mostly just sticking around.
Night training.
Yeah.
You wake up early in the next morning. Of course, you're in a cave, so it doesn't really change anything about the view or anything like that. But it does change the way the city is. The one cycle ending, one cycle beginning. You do have that period of around an hour twice every day when people are kind of not so much on the streets. And there's a bit of serenity and calm, which is a great time to do some cool crime.
Super cool crime.
Crime.
So you're gonna go to the House of Pleasure?
Oh yeah.
You head over, for where it's.
Something I will note when we're going there, I'm gonna wear my like shroud.
We're being sneaky, despite being the most conspicuous people on the planet.
Yeah.
Cloaks up, I get it.
Yeah.
Cloak and katana.
Face masks down.
You, this place was already hidden away, but it is not that chill now. There's literally these, kind of warning signs that have been planted in the dirt. There's like a long sort of bamboo pole with a banner that scrolls down from it that basically has the, symbol of the Daimao being here, which is really just a symbol of Ivrith in this blue. That kind of shows that they have taken this territory. There are two of those foot soldiers kind of sitting outside, because the way it set out, and I don't know if you were imagining it this way, that it was a doorway on the side of a building. It was only one story, but the doorway was kind of in a little nook on the street. So there's kind of like a rectangular space. It's essentially the porch of this building. And they're kind of standing there. They're having some inane conversations. They're wielding halberds, which are quite showy.
Rookies.
Well, the Daimao's army quite often uses halberds because of the type of combat they need to do. But they're just kind of holding on to them, you know.
Rovi would turn to Raka. Just tell me when to do the thing. I'm not too good at the whole strategy thing.
We're
Puts
not
the berry
killing
away.
right? This is me asking this out of character. We decided we're not killing these guys.
Correct.
Right? We just want them to... Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We may knock them out,
Oh,
but
yeah.
ideally we just avoid combat altogether.
Some bitches are gonna be unconscious by the end of tonight. But we're not.
That
killing.
sounds like a good night in the House of Oli. Hooey.
So, in terms of like street layout, I went around the back of this building last time and there was no back door, correct?
There's not really a back
Okay.
because of, you know, vertical city. So it's just
Yeah, no, true, okay.
you could climb up, maybe get in for a vent, but you'd have to be rope
I have a ladder.
Not very inconspicuous.
Well, depends where you are. If I walk up to the side of the building,
I think we're gonna make noise.
I'm hoping Rofi is a relatively stealthy boy. But I'm actually gonna try and like point to Rofi to get on my ladder that's on my back still.
Straight up, there's no world in which I will succeed in doing this. So while you guys do that, I'll go to the front and talk to the cards and try to distract.
Make a
Fair.
distraction.
Good idea.
So
You're in prime position if things go awry as well.
Yep.
Oh, what's that noise in there?
can I make a stealth check?
First, we need Voss's distraction.
Okay.
Voss,
I
I'm literally just gonna saunter up to these guys.
they like
And when
stand like a little firmer. You see them like tense up a bit.
yeah. And because it's like a weird time in like the cycle right now, right? Like,
Yeah.
it's not like, yeah. So there's not a ton of people around. I'll just walk up and I'm like, oh, they you got you boys working the back shift, you there?
Move along, sir. It's no concern to you which shift we're working.
Say, ah, yes, I remember being young and full of purpose. All the duty in the world, dreams of glory on the battlefield. And here you are, working back shift, guarding a whorehouse in the middle of the night. What did you do to get stuck on this duty? I can only imagine.
One of them, like, starts to talk, and everyone's like, we don't have to answer you, civilian. Move along, please.
Say, oh, I know you don't have to answer anything. I get that. I respect you, but I'm merely just making conversation. I'm curious. I see two of the Queen's guards sitting outside. I'm sure they must have a story or two to tell.
We are not the guardians of the Queen. We work for the Daimao. And our story is ours alone. Please, sir. I'm sure you had some late night sake. You can find more entertaining people out here. Maybe you were looking for entertainment in here. It will no longer be serving the same sort of entertainment that it was. I'll assure you of that. Sir,
Good.
move along, please.
Too many young women lost to whatever this place was, wasting their time amongst such degeneracy. It's a crime in and of itself. I'm so grateful that you are here. You know, this neighborhood used to be a good neighborhood.
Can you roll me a charisma roll for this? Just how much of your attention you can drag away. Yeah!
This is fantastic. Oh!
Yeah, that's really good. So you do have stealth with advantage. First Raka for basically setting this up. And then for Rofi, this ladder is more than tall enough to reach to the roof of this building. You could either try and get in, so there's windows. The windows they have are one of those like really thin ones that you as a small creature can squeeze through. It will take a check and some process. You can squeeze through a size one tier smaller than you.
Is there anything that is up here that I would be able to open from the inside to help Rakath get in?
You don't know yet because you're not up there. This is what you see from below.
Okay.
There's no door on this side. There never was. There's only really places you could squeeze in, which is either through a window, through a vent, or through the chimney. You could, if you took apart the vent on the wall, he could squeeze in.
Okay. I imagine it's going to be easier from the inside. I am going to look in through the window, and I'm going to use... Where is it? And Misty step inside.
Fair enough. You see him climb up the ladder and just gone.
I did not know he could do that. Back away the ladder.
Okay,
inside of this place is... So that opens up into the back rooms, which have a scent. It's empty, though. It's clearly abandoned and quite dark, because most of the candles have burnt out. And it's actually... A big portion of the scent is that really unpleasant smell when you let a candle burn too long. The vent is kind of above a desk for script writing in the back of the office. If you want to roll a Tinkerer's Tools check to dismantle it. Or something similar.
Yes. I was actually going to say, can I use emergency planning to give myself advantage, like create a tool that's perfect for like taking
please
this
do.
apart? Yeah, okay. And then I don't actually have Tinkerer's tools. Interesting. I swear I should have that. I might have. I put Smith
You should.
tools.
No, you have Smith's tools for being a weaponsmith. You probably don't have Tinkerer's tools though.
Oh, okay. Then sleight of hand.
Yeah. Sleight of hand with
Okay.
advantage. That'll do.
I guess that's not thieves' tools.
Oh my god, that was advantage.
Yeah, you don't think you're gonna be able to remove this with finesse. It's quite well made into the wall.
Okay, better idea then. I'm going to. Oh, I didn't mean to actually hit that. I was trying to do the card. I'm gonna dissolve.
That's fine.
It.
That's the same. Yeah, this takes a bit of time. You see him blink in. There's a bit of a clatter, and then maybe 5 minutes later, the vent just turns into a kind of pile of goop, leaving a 3-foot tunnel through the wall, enough that Rakaf can squeeze through with some considerable effort. Yeah.
Do I need to make a check for that?
I will take an acrobatics to see how quick and quiet you do it. But you can do it.
Okay.
You're also doing it from the top of a ladder. It's an awkward thing altogether. Yeah, you get in. It's less than graceful. Some lumps deflate on the way in.
And that was bound to happen.
And you kind of sliver and you'd have to get out onto a table because there's a table right in front of the vent, which is just even more uncomfortable, and you've got to kind of like pull yourself out. And you thought the feet would be the easy part, but they're getting stuck on
The feet are always the hard part because you forget how they're attached to your legs.
They're longer than you think.
It's the problem, yeah.
Big old nubs.
Yeah.
But you get inside, very tired and sweaty, which doesn't help because this place smells like sweat. You're in the back office, which is behind the backstage preparation room for the dancers. There's this table, has some writing utensils, things like that. What was that?
I would like to investigate.
Please do.
I would like to help, and I'm also just going to cast this without not ritual time because we don't have time. I'm going to use this to sort of help locate where the stash is.
Give me investigations as well. Oh, there we go. That'll do. Investigation with advantage, so don't bother rolling Rofi. You poke around, but with detect magic, you don't actually see any magic immediately, which is a little bit strange. You see magic outside, and you kind of poke, and when you see in the dancing room, there's these balls of dancing lights that kind of hang from the ceiling. You're like, oh. But you see the off in the way from the office is a little room, opens up into what seems to be just an extension library. There's some bookcases and another door. What you say, Rofi, before you get too close is, ha! There's something weird about that door. You can't tell what it is, but the whole door is just giving off a color in your detect magic. It's kind of hard to work out. You've never really encountered it before, but it's definitely enough to be like, don't touch it. Don't. Don't. And you kind of see, the more you focus on, when you're paying attention, there's the color of it's coming from aether crystal is kind of inside that. Like, as a core that's much stronger inside the light of the door.
Be very careful. I think we need to make sure that, when the other one went boom, we don't want this one to go boom.
Yes, well, this one will go boom if I open it. I have no doubt that it's a trap.
Do we have another way to... Is there another way into this room?
Based on your quick investigation, this room doesn't go anywhere on the floor plan. It might go below into another floor, but that seems unlikely. Unless there's a ladder, which seems unlikely.
Which means there's a ladder, and it goes to a lower floor.
Well,
Does it look like this is a trap that can be disabled?
Doesn't look like there's a trap at all.
oh no.
'Cause bear in mind, to you, it's just a door in the dark.
True.
To
Well-
him, it's just color.
Yeah.
Does this... Do you think you can do anything with this?
Can I? Oh, I wonder. Are the hinges on this side?
Yes.
Can I attempt to take the hinges off?
Yep.
Or this side? Okay,
Can
I
you
want to
roll
do
me a
that.
sleight of hand, please?
I'm going to.
Oh, I
step
rolled a
away
3. Come on,
from
I have
you.
such a good sleight of hand. I
So,
have such a good
you
sleight
walk
of hand.
up, you kind of, you're twiddling with the little Omni tool that you made. And you're like, easy. Hinges.
Also for chat's sake, I actually meant to. I think you knew which one I was clicking before. I actually meant to do that for, like the making the handheld object.
You
of tool.
walk up to the thing, and you're like, easy peasy, not gonna be a problem. You put your hand on your tool on the hinge, you kind of touch it, and the door opens the other way around. And as it opens, there's this slimy stretching, like pulling apart glue. And inside is just a maw of teeth
Are you
and a
fucking
gooey
kidding me?
tongue, which just grabs you, pulls you in, and crunches. You're gonna get bitten by the mimic
Are you fucking kidding me?
for 7 piercing damage, Rofi, plus 6 acid damage.
Oh, okay.
Can you two roll initiative? He's outside. Voss is, and another thing. Kids these days
might be about to get real
got
loud
no
though. so-
respect. You're very
Okay.
deep into the building. It's unlikely that someone would hear.
Just,
I was like
it's a-
50-50 on whether or not this was like a hidden door or a mimic, and I'm really glad it was a mimic. That's very funny.
I'm always
Ow.
glad when someone goes, I want to try and pick the lock on the mimic. That makes me happy. Luckily, this happening, Rakath, you're more than conscious and aware. The second it starts, he's kind of oblivious to it, but you see the door all of a sudden. You probably never encountered mimics before, but you've definitely heard of them. But it's nothing compared to the sight. He's getting mostly a view of teeth. You're seeing the fungal wood appearance kind of shift and warp, and when there are knots, they just kind of warp into beady little eyes that kind of look around, and the whole door kind of like sloughs over more so it can kind of put more weight onto Rofi. It's all very polyplastic and moving and shifting in very unnatural, oozy ways.
Good. Great.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to it, fairly casually, and swing at it with my short sword, my wakizashi.
There should be a sword.
Now, question for you: Rofi
Yep.
was chomped. Is he disabled in any way?
He's chomped, he's not grappled by it. He's just chomped.
I won't have advantage on the attack, I'm assuming, because I'm not flanking it. But
No, you will get sneak attack.
that is the goal, basically.
That is a hit.
Good
The mimic
news.
does not try to dodge because it is a door.
Yes. Well, that'll be 13 damage, including my terrible sneak attack damage, but that's okay.
You know what? Let's play a song called Invisible Strike.
Ooh.
That sounds good. because it was an invisible strike, because you didn't see it coming.
Yeah, and I will then swing at it with my parrying dagger. This is a 16.
That is also a hit. The strike into it, you find there's a lot of substance to get the blade into. And the same with the dagger. After that kind of like quick, like, the almost like a second mouth starts to form as it's kind of prepares to give both you and Rofi equal amounts of attention.
Right. Good. Great. Fantastic news.
Rofi! Getting chomped by a
Hi.
door mimic.
Me being eaten. So, do I have to use my turn to try and like make a strength check to get out of this?
No, you're not. You're not grappled or swallowed
just
by
got
it.
chomped.
You're just in the your space is in the door, basically.
Cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do a thing. I'm gonna do a thing.
Oh!
With your arm inside the mouth. Yeah, right into the uvula.
Yep. Ah!
You straight up see the eyes of the mimic rolling, Rakath, like spinning, and it kind of bubbles from the inside. Where it bubbles, the wood color, it's kind of painted red and blended with anything else, just turns grey and almost like a grey, slimy pus. It is not destroyed by this attack.
28.
It takes it, but what happens? That it is not anything like a door anymore. It's kind of sliding off the wall into just slimy grey shape that in some places still has wood texture, and there's like still a door handle. It's very strange, and it's going to retaliate by biting Rofi.
Yep. Fair.
You
Fair.
realize which one was.
I
prime
was
target.
incorrect in that you are stuck to it. You aren't bitten by it, but it is sticky. You aren't swallowed.
Yeah.
by it, so
Yeah.
that's
okay.
my. I forgot to read that. It's gonna bite you again. This time for 11 piercing and 1 acid, which means I think you're still just up again.
Yeah.
Always, Tesh. What's up with that on 2 HP?
Actually, no. I think it is actually 1 because I was on 14.
And it's just
No.
like the whole
Discount.
mimic
It is
is
true.
just this slimy maw at this point. They're just rolling into Rofi with teeth, crunching and burning and crunching and burning.
You hear muffled screaming.
Raka.
I mean, I'm gonna like still try and just swing at it.
Yeah, it's definitely hurting it. That's a hit.
Yeah, great. That was incredibly bad damage, but
Yeah. It's
I
damage.
swing at it with the parrying dagger next.
That's a hit.
That shouldn't have the sneak attack damage. Ignore that 8. I just forgot to take the.
Oh, rip.
It'd be
It's
nice
just
if you
the
rolled
4.
an 8. Rofi.
I'm I'm trying again.
That is a hit.
Yeah. Yeah.
As the thing rolls into you, you can get another stab with your necrotic taser, and the whole thing bubbles and shrieks, and multiple mouths appear all over it before it just grey slime all over the walls. It tastes kind of like kind of bubble gummy. Yeah, it's not an unpleasant taste.
Is this like audible outside or no?
You can roll a perception check.
Okay.
These guards definitely aren't rolling it because they don't have a positive
Luckily-
perception. Yeah, you hear it.
Okay.
Luckily, Rufy was covered when he was screaming, and then just panicked. Just,
Brakath is going to gather up some of the goop.
Yeah,
Um,
a lot. There seems to be less goop than there probably would have been, probably due to the necrotic damage.
I did just eat some as well. So
How much did you eat?
Like just a finger scoop.
Yeah, a finger
One
could be a
finger.
lot.
All right. Some mimic goop. That's how I'm putting that in my inventory.
And what remains? There is a large, quite fine quality looking bag. It's made of a nice kind of shimmery red material that kind of seems to the mimic slime just rolls off it, and you can see the aether crystal glowing from inside, clearly in a powdered form.
This
I am going
was
to
not
scrub
part of the plan.
and just like give him a good old, like, oh, you did well, Rofi. And I'm going to pick up the bag.
I
into
imagine you have to
my
be careful because he's probably still holding the taser. It's like tick 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 tick
Yeah.
tick tick, just out of instinct or like just.
Rakath is unperturbed, and gives you scritches, and then puts the bag in his bag, and proceeds to leave.
Yes.
Do you need me to make another
No.
acrobatic for getting out? Cool.
You do need to give me a stealth, both of you.
I will do a stealth. Do we still have advantage because the guards are distracted?
Leaving is less about the guards seeing you and more about other people.
Okay. That's fine.
People, putting a ladder up by the side of the building. Oh, maybe they're maintenance.
Oh my god.
It's a natural
And
20
then-
for me.
Rofi's a little shaken
Evens out.
still.
Yeah, you have to kind of like push him out.
Yeah.
And Rofi's just hanging onto the ladder on his back. I like hanging onto his back. Just
Because the ladder's now, like, I slid out and the ladder just slooped into its little hooks, and I now kind of, like, stood up with the ladder so that I was just standing upright, so the ladder was out so Rofi could just walk onto the ladder and latch, and then I walked away.
yeah, I'm sitting on that ladder now.
Yep.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
You can go about your life as you wish.
Mm-hmm. And I'm actually going to do a muffled signal whistle off in the distance once we're about, say, 100 feet away, just to see if the faint noise will be something that Voss pays attention to.
Yeah, heard it.
Cool.
Keep
At
talking to
that-
them for a bit.
Yeah, I will talk to them for a little bit more. And just be like, well, I must be leaving now.
Yes, thank you, sir.
Keep up the good work. And then I'll just walk
leave.
away.
Yeah.
No.
So what you hear as they leave is like, I should put him in one of the mausoleums.
Voss isn't even that old, is he? He's
No, but he acted
very
old.
Yeah. And it's hard to tell with elves.
yeah, true.
Like, Voss is like not even 300 yet.
Yeah. He's a youngin'.
Spring chicken.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just going home. I'm taking like the long
Just going
way.
home. Okay.
We're gonna go the long way for sure. Like we're trying to avoid being seen and
Yeah.
the usual.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Way cool.
cool.
I won't even meet up.
Radical,
with them. I'll
dude.
just leave and go back to the
Yeah.
school.
Yeah.
Fair.
Actually.
Honestly, job done.
Yeah.
That's smart about it. And you know what? It's a little early, but I'm a little sleepy. And it's my show, and I can do what I want. Also, it's a good place to stop off so that you can do some more stuff next time with a full party. So why don't we call it here and talk about who we are, why we are, etc. Starting with Dungeon Dad. What's up, my dude? Groovy dude.
You know what is actually up right now? Is okay, don't gasp too much.
Be still my beating heart.
I finally am done the conversion that I was doing last week, which was 5 pages, which was a lie. So it's now 9 pages. Basically, this week, for those who are unaware, I have a YouTube channel where we take old monsters from past editions of D&D, all that shit, and convert them to be used for 5th edition and make them useful and cool again. And this last week, I decided to do both Sun and Moon Dragons from Spelljammer. Anyways, that became a process. It is now a 9-page PDF, which is done. It's finally done, so I just need to get that bad boy edited and up there. It's going to be like a 30-minute video. It's a real bangerino. So that's coming out in a couple days. If you like dragons, this is the fucking video for you.
Oof.
Watch it. You learn about 5th edition Spelljammer dragons, sun dragons, moon dragons. They're a great old time. And you can get all the stat blocks and stuff just for free. You can just get them. And if you like them, use them. If you don't like them, well, like, fuck off, because I worked really hard. But, yeah, it's... yeah, you can find me on YouTube. You can find me on Twitter. And you can find Tash on... this is the part where you do your thing.
My bad. I'm used to there being someone in between. Hi, I'm Tash of the Tash Tube. You can find me under that name on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. I do a lot of streams with the loot shooters and RPGs and stuff. So if you like that stuff, follow. Also, the Twitter gifts and keep up to date of all the things I'm doing, such as this game and another game on twitch.tv/Delric on my Wednesday nights. I forget what time that is for everyone else. It'll be on Twitter. Time zones are annoying and I'm tired. But yeah, cute animal gifts. So follow Twitter. And Will?
Oh, hi there.
He was like, oh.
I'm Will. You can find me at Will N. Graham on YouTube now, as well as Twitch and on Twitter. YouTube, I'm actually starting to post again for the first time in forever. Like actually almost a year, which is kind of a crazy thing. I'm starting with Darkest Dungeon. So, because I just love that game, and fuck it, basically. If I'm going to do YouTube, I want to do stuff
Dedicated
that I enjoy.
banger.
Exactly. But just as an additional note, Erin is awesome. She wasn't here today. We miss her dearly, but we're excited to have her back next week. She very much likes to promote Discord because we talk a lot on Discord about these shows. It's an awesome place to do it. Ollie has links. Go check those out. Speaking of Ollie.
That's me. I'm Ollie. If you like this show, I run another show on Wednesdays. It's a sister show. It's very closely connected at 7 p.m. BST. There's also 2 more shows on the Patreon right now. The show is supported by Patreon, so your support helps me create it. I'm also streaming other stuff during the week on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and working on some really awesome stuff that you will see in the not too far away future. There's probably a better word for that. I don't know it. So that will be super exciting soon. TM. We'll see you next time. If you like this stuff, please keep hanging out. I know good reason of doing all of this is for the community. So hanging out in chat, sharing these stories is a huge part of it. So we all appreciate it. And I also appreciate cash money. So thank you for the bits and subs. Now get out of here. Go do something you love. Go tell someone that you love them.
Go do something you love.
Yeah, combine the two.
Do someone you love.
Do
Go
someone
do someone you love.